Hey guys, it is Jenny and I'm having a rough day today. I'm gonna try really hard not to cry, but I don't want to go into detail about things because it'll just upset me more. But I hope you can hear me okay because I'm on my Chromebook. But today, I don't know if you saw my video like a month or so ago when Makoa needed some dental work done on his front teeth. Well, today was the day. And I sat in the room with him because I wasn't going to leave his side. And that's hard to watch, your baby. And Daniel was with Leilani for her cleaning appointment. And after all, I went out to the waiting room so he could play, and I'd seen Daniel was already sitting with the girl to check out, and they were looking at some papers, and I just kind of looked at him like what's going on? And this angle's really funny because the sun makes it look like I don't have an eyebrow. I swear I have some eyebrow there, people. It looked really funny. It only looks like I have one eyebrow. So anywho, I'll just say it because it's no point in beating around the bush. But anywho, Leilani has to get 2 fillings done, which, I mean, whatever, kids get fillings all the time. But she also has to get a silver crown. And I've seen kids with those before, and I was always that mom that looked at those kids with those crowns and was like, wow, those moms let them go to bed with juice, or they didn't brush their teeth enough, or they just didn't take care of their kids' mouths enough. Shame on them. And here I am, that mom, because it's my fault. I'm going to take full responsibility because I'm the mom. And their poor dental hygiene is catching up to them. And it's my fault. And I know I can't beat myself up over it long. But all I wanted to do was go home and cry and sleep. Because it's my fault. I'm supposed to be the protector, and I'm supposed to prevent all bad things from ever happening to him, ever. And I didn't. And I caused it. So I went to Chick-fil-A. I did what I know how to do. I did what I do to cope, and that was to eat. And that wasn't the answer either. But I went and got food, and I got the biggest Coke I could get my hands on right away. And I'm just mad. And I just want to cry, and I want to scream, and I want to hurt something. But I can't do that. I gotta be a grown-up. But I have this unbearable feeling, this unexplainable heavy weight on my shoulders now. This big, huge burden on me. And I feel like it's all my fault. I've never flossed their teeth before. I never thought to. They're babies. Babies don't need floss. Well, apparently babies do. He's 1.5, she's 4.5. I should have been flossing their teeth. But everyone in my family has dental problems. My parents, I think dental issues run on Daniel's side of the family. I have dental problems. I know I've got cavities. If you've ever seen the spot, you're probably, I'm not going to like zoom in or anything, but If you ever watch my videos or look at my pictures, you probably are like, dang, she's always got something stuck in her teeth. No, it's a weak spot. It's a hole practically in my tooth. The enamel's worn off, and it gets worse. And I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was too good to be true for her to be doing so good. She didn't give any problems today during her cleaning. It was like her first official one where they do the drill thingy and they use the suction cup bobber. But this could have all been avoided. And I can't just sit home and wallow in my sorrows tonight because I have to teach a class, and I don't want to because I just want to be sad and I want to be mad and I want to be mad at myself and I want to beat myself up and get it out of the way. But I can't do that. I got to show up tonight and I got to have good energy. And then I was thinking about it, and maybe that's exactly what I need. I remember thinking, why on earth would I schedule an appointment on a Tuesday of all days? You teach class on Tuesdays. Why would you have a dental appointment on a Tuesday? But this is all part of God's plan. It's on Tuesday because I need that class. I need to not sit around and just cry and wallow and feel guilty and beat myself up. Because even though I could have prevented problems from happening, they did. That's the whole fact of the matter is, it is what it is. And it's my choice now how I'm going to move forward in the future. Should I have skipped Chick-fil-A? Absolutely. But my kids eat it. And it's kind of a thing for us. When we go to the dentist, there's a Chick-fil-A right next door. We know we're going to go get some waffle fries and some chicken nuggets. That's just what we do. Food makes my family happy. That's why all of the women in my family, there's a lot of us to love. Because food makes us happy. And I have to change that. I have to change the way we eat around here. I have to change the way we drink because I reward us poorly. It starts with us moms. And as angry as I was that I had scheduled this appointment on a Tuesday, it's a blessing in disguise because when you sweat and when you work out and when you get your blood pumping, my cuticles are raw today, by the way. I've picked them completely raw. It's a nervous, anxious habit of mine is to pick my fingers and to bite them. They're completely raw. I was sitting in the corner of that room just picking at my hands because I was helpless. I had nothing else I could do. So I'm sitting here playing with my fingers right now so that I don't look at myself. I don't want to look at myself because if I see myself in this little viewfinder, I'm going to get mad again and I'm going to start crying because that's what I do when I get mad. Is I cry because I'm a big old sissy. Can't even be mad right. So here's the thing. When you work out, endorphins get pumping in your body. And those are like a natural feel-good drug. They're an antidepressant. And I needed it. Of all days, today was the day I needed it. Because if I didn't have my class tonight, then I would skip a workout. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I would just skip it and lay in bed and find something on TV to watch and just sit around and do nothing but eat. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to finish my Coke. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm going to finish my Coke because it's really good. And it's making me feel good right now. I'm not perfect, and I am Coach Brightside, but I have bad days too. And sometimes if I go missing here on Facebook, chances are I'm having a bad day, that something's going on with me and I'm having to work through it on my own. But when I'm very present on Facebook, that means I'm having a really good day. And I want to share it with you guys and be there with you. But today is not a good day. But I'm going to figure out how to turn it around, and it starts with my workout. So the kids are both asleep. My plan is I'll leave in about 30 minutes to go to my class. On the way there, I'm going to pump some K-Love through my speakers, and if you don't know what that is, that's the Christian channel, that's the syndicated nationwide channel. I'm going to turn that up as loud as my speakers will go without me feeling like an old grandma needing to turn it back down. And I'm going to drink a couple packets of my pre-workout so that my energy is where it needs to be, and I push today, and I'm going to crush my workout. And I'm going to show up for those ladies that show up for me, because those ladies that come to my class don't realize how much of a blessing they are in my life. I'm the teacher, but they're the ones pushing me and keeping me going. So that's my plan, and I want y'all to keep me accountable to it. Feel free to come back to this video, which is 11 minutes long, and I had no intentions of doing that. I thought it would be just a super quick video. But I invite you to come back to this thread, or to private message me, or if you have my phone number, text me and say, did you do what you said you were going to do? Did you let yourself have your little tiny pity party, but then did you move on, and did you crush your workout today? Because that's going to be exactly what I needed. You know, when in November, if you're a new friend of mine, you may not realize this, but in November, we had a dog. We had a dog for almost 10 years. We got her shortly after we got married. She was a Jacoby. She was a Jack Russell Beagle, and the older she got, the more temperamental and aggressive and hostile she was. And she had no tolerance for the kids anymore, especially once Makoa was born and was mobile. She was very aggressive, and I don't want to go into details because it was a very traumatic experience for me, but she bit Leilani in the face, but the dog's tooth nicked Leilani's tooth. So that's why we initially started going to the dentist back in November to begin with. I had no idea that toddlers and preschoolers needed to go to the dentist. I mean, you would think it's common sense, right? You have teeth, you need to go. But I didn't think children that small needed to go. I thought you just brush their teeth, and if, you know, once they start school or school age, then you take them. Well, we were forced to take her because the dog's tooth nicked Leilani's front tooth and broke it in half, like it was a jagged diagonal mark. So they repaired it, but it's not the same size as her original tooth because they had to put enough material on there to surround the existing tooth. And now you're going to be looking at this every time. You're going to look for this every time you see my sweet little baby. Her one tooth is a little bit larger than the other, and that's because they had to put enough material to keep that other tooth that's underneath stable enough so that it didn't break off, because we wanted to be able to make it last until it falls out on its own. So whenever I look at her beautiful little smile, or see pictures of her, or look at her talk, I naturally look at her teeth. I'm always a teeth looker at her. That's just how I roll. I look at people's mouths when they talk. And so whenever I look at that tooth, I think of the dog and how I let that dog stay in our lives for far too long. Well, now when I look at her mouth with that silver crown, I will be reminded of my negligence and what I put her through in order to get that crown there, because it's not a fun process. So, I can feel myself getting choked up again, so I'm not going to keep talking about it. I'm going to go do like I told you I was going to do. I'm going to finish my drink. There's some fresh coffee. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. I'm going to take 2 packets of my pre-workout, and I'm going to down those. It kicks in like 10 minutes. And I'm going to blast some Christian music because I need some Jesus right now. I prayed harder than I've ever prayed, probably since the last time I needed to pray hard. But I felt them in the room with us today, and I sure did need them because I was not feeling on top of my game today. But anyway, side note, don't ever feel like just because I call myself Coach Brightside, or that I'm always laughing, or I'm always happy, that I don't get it, that I don't understand what it's like to be depressed, or to be sad, or to beat yourself up, or to be emotional, or to be sensitive, or to cope with unhealthy habits, because I get it. I comfort myself with Coke. I've been addicted to it since I was 10 years old. It's been a very hard habit to kick, and I've done it a couple times. I'll go into that in detail in other videos, but I want you to know that I understand completely. All of those hard things, all of those negative things that happen in life, I get it. I'm never here to judge. I'm never here to pressure anybody or to make anybody feel bad for who they are or habits that they have that they want to kick. So, hold me to it, you guys. Message me and ask me if I did what I said I was going to do. And I appreciate you sticking it out and watch with me. I'm sorry this went a little bit longer, but it was actually a little bit more therapeutic than I expected. So, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, guys.